Hey guys, welcome to the video. Today we are talking about Fidelity's fractional shares feature, and this is a bit of an advanced lesson. So anyway, let's get into it. So for the Fidelity shares, there's actually a way to place a fractional share order and spend less than $1. So how do you do this? Well, this is how this is one way that you would not want to go about it. So for example, if you wanted to buy something like Adobe and it was trading at $420.42, if you put buy shares, if you wanted to buy 0.002 shares and you put a limit order of $420 and you hit preview order, if you did that, you would get this error sign saying that fractional buy orders must have a minimum value of $1. So there is actually a way to get this order to go through. And how would you do that? Well, that's by placing the order like this. You would have a buy order, and then you would put a dollar amount, $1, limit order, same price, 420. Then you would hit preview order. So once you hit preview order, this goes through, and then you can place the order, and you'll do this to buy less than $1 worth of fractional shares. So after I place this order, you can see here that this is what happened. The order executed, the price was 420, quantity 0.002, and the amount was 84 cents. So I invested 84 cents, not $1, into Adobe. So even though the quantity is the same, 0.002 shares for Adobe, if you placed it like this, Fidelity doesn't allow you to do it. So you want to place the order like this. And also another thing is that with fractional shares, it is possible to place a limit order and pay more than your limit order. So how did this happen? So for example, uh, what I did at the time was I was trying to buy Adobe and I did a limit order of $423. That's the per share price, and I wanted to buy 0.002 shares. So if you multiply that out, that comes out to 84.6 cents. And the thing is, the order it did execute, you can see here at this time it went through for 423 with that limit order 0.002, but the amount was 85 cents, not 84.6 cents. So they rounded it up. They rounded it up to, as you can see here, $425. So the reason for that is they cannot put that order through exactly for 84.6 cents. It has to be like a whole penny. So they went through for 425 at 85 cents a share. So that's how that can happen for you to place a limit order and then pay more than your limit order. So even though the limit was 423, you placed it executed at 425. So yeah, a way to avoid that is to make sure that the amount after you multiply it, the amount is a whole penny. So you would want to do either 425 limit order or 420 limit order, since it would end in a whole penny, like points 0 here at the end and a 0 here at the end. So yeah. And anyway, just to summarize really quickly, if you want to buy less than $1 worth of a fractional share, you want to do something like this right here on the left, not something like this on the right. And if you're buying 0.001 shares in this example here with Adobe, it is not possible to do that since the price would be 42 cents and the smallest order you can place is $1. So yeah, so if you want to buy less than $1 worth of fractional shares, do this. Buy dollars, dollar amount 1, put your limit order, your limit price, and then you click preview order. And then second, to make sure that you don't pay more than your limit order, you want to multiply your limit price by the number of shares you want to buy, and make sure that the result ends in a whole penny, not a fraction of a penny. So, for example, if you wanted to buy shares of Adobe and the share price now was 423.25, and then if you wanted to do a limit order of 423 for 0.002 shares, it would come out as a fraction of the penny here at the end, a sixth of a penny. So you don't want that. If you do that, it will not execute until the share price hits 423. So it would have to go from 423.25 to 423. But once that does execute, you will pay a price of 425 since they cannot execute it perfectly at 84.6 cents. They have to execute it, they have to round up to 85, so it's going to be this price 425. So if the share price now is $423.25, you have two options if you want to place a limit order and not have that limit not have that order execute above your limit order. Option one, you can either place a limit for 425 since that is a whole that ends in a whole cent, or you can place that limit order at 420 since that ends in a whole cent. So yeah, make sure that the result ends in a whole penny, not a fraction of a penny. And also one last thing, a bonus. For fractional shares, the smallest fractional share you can buy is 0.001 shares on Fidelity. And for example, if you have a stock with a really high price per share, like Amazon right now, it's trading at around $3,288. If you tried to buy only a dollar amount of that at the market price, you'll get this sign: orders with a quantity amount in dollars must convert to a minimum of 0.001 shares. So the thing is, if you want to buy that many shares, you would have to find out the price of 1/1000th of a share of Amazon, which would be roughly $3.29. So if you want to buy Amazon, the smallest amount you could buy would be for $3.29. And yeah, anyway, that's it for today's video. One last thing, this final slide. For my YouTube channel, if you're interested in getting started in the stock market, just click on the playlist section. I have two playlists that I'm working on right now. One is getting started in the market with fractional shares, if you want to start with fractional shares. And also, I have a whole shares follow along edition right here if you want to check that out. And also, there's a couple of links at the bottom of this video. If you want to join my Discord, feel free to join that. And also, I have a link to the Google Sheets that shows the calculations for these portfolios and it shows how I'm trying to outperform the market. So yeah, anyway, thanks for watching and have a good day. Bye.